Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod in this one, Casey Mize.
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
Matt Wallner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Clips the corner, and the count is 1-1.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
And it is 2-1. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Now he'll turn for second, and he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So up next for Minnesota, Jose Miranda.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Soft contact in the air and foul ball. Wallner leads off second with nobody out. Inside, almost got him. Fouled off left side. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now Correa up to hit. Fought off foul. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes not just on offense but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. The tag out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
Here's Royce Lewis. 7th right now and runs batted in the American League. In there at the knees. And that is strike one. And that is out of play. Man at second. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Man at first with one gone. And now for the Twins, Byron Buxton.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Counts 1-0.
Buxton with a homer in his last game. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And that's off the outside edge. And the count is 2-0. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Off balance feed. There's one. And that's all they'll get.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Hitting better than .350 this month.
That one misses, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Jeffers measures 6 feet 4 inches. Batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. The 1-0. Here's a rocket out to left. Green makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Twins 2 and the Tigers nothing. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting this one, Bailey Ober.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
We go to the bottom of the 1st. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach McKinstry, and ball 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1.
Swings through that.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just
strikes.
ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Lewis gets it to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the 1st. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. Siggy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard, and they want to score runs. They want to jog around the bases, hitting the ball over the fence. So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with the bat. So we'll see. One big inning in this one, could be all they need, but you'd like to have multiple big innings.
One out, bases empty. Got him swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Kicks and fires. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Miranda takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Tigers fail to make any noise. They trail it here 2-0. Top of the second. Now it's going to be Willie Castro. Mize back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Next pitch is outside. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Outside, that's a ball.
And a foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And first offering is fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Right down the chute, and it's 0-2. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And there's a ball.
That's inside. That's a ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Out to center. Meadows coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Batting ninth, second baseman Edouard Julien.
2 outs, base is empty. Edouard Julien, the next to hit. homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Outside, and that's ball one. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one hammered. That's back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Throws to second, in there safely.
Right fielder.
No, that was a circus-type play right there. First, it started with a bad angle, and then needing to jump to try to get up and make the catch. Just a bad look all the way around.
So the lineup flips over. Matt Wallner getting ready to hit. Doubled leading off the ball game. Then came around to score the first run of the game. Check swing, called strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The other way. Sends it to first. That's the third out. One left for Minnesota. They're up 2-0. Back at Comerica Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Riley Green. First pitch misses.
Ball, that's out.
Slides for the stop. Over to first. And they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there. And the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. That's out to center field. Buxton moves under it. Brings it in. Out number 2.
First baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Torkelson launched a homer in his most recent game.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. We played 2 full. It's the Twins 2 and the Tigers nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Fastball for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Correa batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Liner stayed at first.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Royce Lewis, the next Twin up to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball. Throw on to Torkelson, and the Twins go 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order, but they're on top 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, Colt Heath. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And that's downstairs. And the count 1-2.
0-2 count. You've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And that one upstairs.
2 strikes.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And next to hit for Detroit, Jake Rogers. And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. Just missed. And another ball. He swings and fouls one off. Right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tigers are shut down there. They trail things here 2-0. Back here in Detroit, here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Well, these Twins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And he won around. Ruled a swing. Got him. And now one away.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And foul ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. To the right side. Sneaks through, base hit.
Now batting, left fielder, Willie Castro.
This is Willie Castro. Fly to left his first time. That one catches the corner. Castro, 27 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Man at first, one away. Lifted in the air, right field. Carpenter pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So here's Bader now. Fly to center his first time. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Jeffers off of first with 2 away.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ball.
In the dirt. Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green makes the catch, and that is that. Twins wind up stranding 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball. Well, these Tigers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. And misses inside. The Tigers hitless so far in the game. And 1-2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And delivers outside. One down, base is empty. Stays alive. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
The Twins leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Carpenter in the box now. No balls and a strike. Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next offering is downstairs.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 strikes.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. Inside.
Nope, that's inside.
Ball 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
In the air, right field, Wallner. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. We played 4. It's the Twins 2 and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
It's a new sheriff in town. Everybody get up, get down, and
Mize back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, these Twins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. 1 for 2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
One down, base is empty. Upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
On the ground, and that's a fair ball.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So a man aboard, and here's the first baseman, Jose Miranda. Late swing, fouled off. Pitch misses. 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Tommy Kahnle getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Herder getting cranked up as well. Wallner stands at first with 1 out.
That's ball 2.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
Next offering is down low. And the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And he walked him.
That's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Yo one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two outs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. One left for Minnesota as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Just like Vegas in the sun, ain't no quitting till I'm done. No harm in having fun. Going dice for the prize. Don't like these snake eyes. Rolling heat to sunrise.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Tigers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Next one just misses, and it's 1-2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Two the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Foul ball there.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's ball 2.
Outside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Next is the designated hitter, Colton Keith. There's a strike. Swings through that one.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tommy Kahnle.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Royce Lewis. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him swinging.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Movement in the bullpen. Jason Foley getting loose for A.J. Hinch.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one finds the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next pitch is outside. That's a walk. Went with another changeup and missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Runner on the go. That one hit to right. Carpenter sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. And next for Minnesota, Willie Castro. 0 for 2 in this one. Ball 1 and a pitch inside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs. Tap foul at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Buxton, the runner at first with 2 gone. Kahnle throws over. Buxton back in there. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Ibanez. And that is that. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Twins 2 and the Tigers nothing. Back at Comerica Park, John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Jake Rogers.
From the area was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's division, everybody in competition on the same mission. So why they ditch, don't nobody play position.
Fouled off, he was late. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Now batting third.
Andy Ibanez will hit next. Ibanez having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The Twins up by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Back to the top of the lineup, Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two down, nobody on. And that's in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. New pitcher for the Tigers, Brant Herter.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
And now Bader up to the plate.
The designated hitter, Harrison.
one in there at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-1. That's down and in. And that's outside. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. And that misses. And it's a full count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And now Edouard Julien. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Line drive, caught!
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Next offering is outside. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
That misses. Full count now. Got him looking. Now 2 away.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
2 down, base is empty. And here is Jose Miranda. Pulls that one foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. McKinstry pulls that one down, and that'll do it. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yohan Duran.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Fastball for a strike.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Strikes him out with 100.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. That one at triple digits. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. In there at the knees, and the count is 0-2. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Good job to fight that one off. The Twins leading by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game. Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jason Foley.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Carlos Correa, 1 for 3. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that drops in for a strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And they'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Lewis, batting with one down, takes a strike. Action in the pen down there. Bo Brisky getting loose out there. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed. There's the strike at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hard hit to third. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brian Buxton.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. Spits the plate. That's strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Twins are set down 1-2-3. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brock Stewart.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Gleyber Torres up to hit.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Good take by Torres. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Griffin Jacks warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Fouled off down the right side. Not close with that one, and it's 2-1. To third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
The first baseman,
Spencer Torkelson digs in now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Slice down the right side. The Tigers trailing by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one missed.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
This one high in the air to left center. Buxton moves under it. Hauls it in for the out.
now batting.
2 down, base is empty. And here is Colt Keith.
it for so long, I might just die. I need rap like I need fresh air.
In there at the knees for a strike. That one the other way. Lewis throws to first, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail in this one 3-0. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bo Brisky.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
And now the catcher comes up to hit, Ryan Jeffers. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Alex Cobb getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Up and in, and the count now 2-0. Late on that fastball.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Fastball right back to the mound. To first. One up, one down. Willie Castro, the next twin up to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. To the right side. He'll do it himself. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Harrison Bader.
Now it's the DH, Harrison Bader. He's already homered in this game. And that one clips the corner.
0-1's the count.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that's the third out. So they make short work of them there. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Twins 3 and the Tigers nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Griffin Jacks.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Here's the catcher to hit, Jake Rogers. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Not even close there. And that is ball 1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Ripped to third. 1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
He's 2 outs away. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
That one finds the zone, And that is strike two. The Twins trying to close out a 3-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
McKinstry in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The Tigers down to their final strike. That's off the inside corner. Now 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. One and 2 here. The shortstop takes the ball. Two on the way. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's inside, and the count is filled up. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs, and there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Meadows stands in now and watches strike 1. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
McKinstry leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Just missed.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Stays alive. This one popped up. And no one can get there. Coming home. He'll score easily. The tag. See?
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Griffin Jax won't go any further tonight. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Cole Sands.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Make a move, make a move, make a move.
And the batter now, Kerry Carpenter. Popped up right side, Julian. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
Mama business like a melon sugar. You kicking like Bukayo Saka. I was so low, but I learned how to fly. Can you believe I was a road runner? I was confined in the dragon's den. I could breathe with no oxygen. Look what I built from a xeno of light. Deep in the cold, I was really outside. Lord told me read, so I took his advice. I'm blessed, now I can bring visions to life. Organically, I'm a G. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Bouger, bouger, bouger. That chocolate.